Good afternoon. Welcome back to Cooking with Canh. For dinner today, I'm gonna make melon soup. Let's get started. Here are the ingredients I have for today. First of all, I will soak the black fungus mushrooms in warm water. Lately, I've learned something new that we better soak the black fungus mushrooms in the warm water with a little bit salt. It helps clean the mushrooms better and keep the nutrition still. And the next thing is the vermicelli noodles, the dried ones. I'm also soaking them, but in the hot water for a few minutes. While waiting, I'm gonna remove the seeds from the bitter melons. You can tell there are two directions of the bitter melons. Make sure that you cut the belly part. Don't use your fingers to remove the seeds because it could make your fingers swollen. Make sure you use whatever it is, but better a spoon. Now the noodles are ready. I'm removing them from the water. Then I will cut them off into small pieces. I'm adding them into the minced pork. Here I have about 300 grams of minced pork for 3 bitter melons, and I'm cooking for 2 persons. With the green onions, I'm dividing them into 2 parts, the white ones and the green ones. I'm cutting the white part into small pieces and add into the pork as well. And I have 1 chicken egg. The next thing is the carrot. I'm making some flowers from the carrots for decoration, and I'll put them into the soup later. For the leftovers, I will chop them off fine to put into the mixture of the pork and the noodles and egg. This is totally up to your creativity and yeah, it's totally up to you what you want to do with the carrot, and it is optional. So I leave them here for using later. Now this is the leftover. The next thing is the black fungus mushrooms. I'm preparing them in the same way that I've done many times in other videos as well. Just cut off the root and then chop them fine. For the green part, I'm cutting them into the short pieces. I put some into the mixture and the rest I put into the soup later. Now I'm boiling some water to start cooking the soup. While waiting, I'm seasoning the mixture now with just a little bit salt. And mix them fine together. You can totally replace the pork by fish, minced fish, or tofu or shrimps, whatever you like. But traditionally, Vietnamese use pork. Now I'm putting them into the bellies of the bitter melons. Okay, I'm done. While waiting for the water to boil, I'm preparing some sauce for dipping later. A very simple sauce, just garlic and chili and fish sauce. You really need the salty one for this soup. It will be used for dipping the bitter melon later. One spoon is enough. Now when the water boils, you add some sugar. The reason is to keep the bitter melons a little bit less bitter. If you can eat bitter, it's totally fine not to add any sugar. Now we wait for 30 minutes. Add the rest of the mixture earlier into the soup as well. Now just waiting. After about half an hour, I add the carrots into the soup. And continue waiting. It usually takes about half an hour to 45 minutes until the bitter melons are cooked properly. Now we can use a chopstick to test if it's soft enough or not. As long as the chopstick could go through the bitter melon, it's ready to eat like this. You can cook more, like 15 minutes, 30 minutes more, as soft as you like. I usually cook about an hour. Now I add the rest of the onions and the cilantro, the bottom part of the cilantro. Now I'm adding a little bit fish sauce, seasoning the soup the way you like. A little bit more fish sauce, I like the smell. Now it's ready for serving. In Vietnam, we cook this dish especially for New Year. In the south of Vietnam, bitter melon means khổ qua, which literally means difficulty past. So we believe when we eat them for New Year, all of the difficulties in old year would be gone. So I hope you enjoyed my video today, and all of the difficulties in your life somehow would be gone as soon as possible. Now we add in the cilantro for decoration and some pepper. The soup is good to eat with steamed rice. Time for dinner. Thank you for watching again and see you next time.